Hello, everybody, and welcome to Richmond International Raceway for race number 7. Yes, race number 7 of the season. Um, you may be asking, well, isn't this supposed to be race number 8? Well, you'd be wrong, because we canceled race number 7 last time we tried to do that, so it's been a whole mess, but now we're back. ADS is back, as these drivers getting ready to go racing once again. They've been waiting about 2 weeks now, I would say. Well, kind of. They went out on track at Irwindale, but it didn't last long, as uh, that didn't get to the checkered flag. But anyways, uh, 42 cars getting ready to go here at another short track. Let's get through your starting lineup. On pole today is Manuel Martin, his second pole of the season, and his second on a short track. His first was at North Wilkesboro, and to his outside is another pole sitter from the season, Junior Martin. He's shown a lot of speed in qualifying. In row number 2 is points leader Jackson Ryder. To his outside is Maria Tagola. Row 3 is Aaron Pulaski. And to his outside, Mark Milans. Row 4 is the surprise Carl Reynolds in the 46. To her outside, Zukamoto Kazuko. Gotta go with the full name. Row 5 is another surprise, Colt Scott in the 03, qualifying 9th. And to his outside is Mark McDowell, not Mark Evans. Row 6 is Kyler Sistri, the Bushwhacker. To his outside is Samuel Levester. Row 7 is Peter Onjak and Larry Eagleton. Row 8 is Carson Townsend and Hector Garcia. Row 9 is Bart Seiler and Riley Pearson. To his outside. Row 10 is Anthony McClure and Taryn Zips. Row 11 is Nathan Buchanan and Burt Brayton. Row 13, I believe. This is row 13? Yes. No, this is row 12. I'm not sure. I already lost track somehow. Patrick Raven and Grace Sachs to his outside. Row 13 is Madison Lockport and Sally Patrick, a couple women drivers there. Second in points, Ryan Scarrett. To his outside, David Stevenson. And then Dick Patrick and Janie Oberman finally getting another start. I believe this is her second start in a row? No, yes, because we raced at Phoenix, I forgot. Alan Park and Murdoch Mercy qualified kind of bad. Then here's last race winner, that being Robert Phantom. How did I almost forget his name? And to his outside is Brody Williamson. Teammates in this row, George Bryan, Abby Buchanan, and then it's Ricky Percat and Neil Dick in the 47. Then there's the 02 of Lucien Reyes and Jeffrey Boyd, and to round out your starting grid is Bandit Gallagher and Prab Shrivastava in the 6. He qualified surprisingly bad. Had some sort of mechanical issue or something. But anyways, that is your 42 car starting grid. Enough yapping from me. Let's get this race underway.
Drivers, start your engine.
And the engines will fire up. They do fire up. And we're rolling. As the field gets set, ready to go here. 80 laps here around Richmond International Raceway. Another short track on the ADS schedule. Manuel Martin looking to get some redemption from the last time he was on pole. Green flag is out, and we're racing at Richmond. Easily gonna clear Junior Martin into turn 1. That's his nephew, actually, fun fact. Because that's Ronnie Martin's son. Manuel Martin is his uncle. So a bit of a family rivalry there somewhat, but the HKS Ronnie cars immediately gonna take 1-2 as Aaron Pulaski, 3 wide car. Reynolds being very aggressive. She's looking to get her first top 10 of the year. She hasn't had any luck this year, as I mentioned. Kind of a shock that she qualified as high as she did. She qualified 7th. And kind of shockingly, she hasn't had a top 10 all year, let alone a top 5. She's last in points. She's looking for a good result. So is Colt Scott, who is making it up into, I believe that is 6th place. So Reynolds up into the top 5. But a lot of shuffling through the field, especially if you're stuck on the outside line. You might be in some trouble as Junior Martin's trying to make his way back up through the field. Had some room underneath Aaron Pulaski, but he couldn't get underneath him. kind of staying along the back bumper, now diving to the inside. Gonna be side by side here, 48-4. As the top two start to pull away, teammates not sort of battling each other right now, but they're just cruising for now, and it looks like we have a caution. Yes, we do. Yellow flag's out, and it looks like Patrick Raven is in some trouble. Oh, he had a massive engine issue. Oops. And I think that's the only incident so far. Let's see what happened. So the engine blows right here, entering turn 1 for Patrick Raven. He's trying to move up to the outside line, almost turned Riley Pearson around. Now he's trying to get down to the inside, scrapes a couple cars there, and then eventually gets turned by Brayton into the outside wall. And that's going to end his race very early. Blowing up engine, and that's our first caution of the day. Getting ready for our first restart today here at Richmond. No pit stops were done under this caution as the whites are out on the pace car, so no shuffling of positions so far. It is still Manuel Martin who has so far led them all, still very early in the race. Patrick Raven did retire, but it's labeled as an accident instead of an engine issue. I don't know why that is, but anyways, Manuel Martin, Jackson Ryder still 1-2 with Aaron Pulaski in third. Then it's Junior Martin, Peter Onjak. That's your top 5 because we're quickly getting ready to go back green here. Pace car is in. And the green flag will be waving right now. Pretty even start there between the top 2 as Onjak is immediately moving down to the inside off the restart. Martin might be in a bit of trouble, almost got put 3 wide there thanks to Colt Scott and Carson Townsend as the top 2 start to pull away. Onjak up to 3rd, he got such a great restart. Martin quickly got back on the inside line and he's back up to 4th. Townsend right behind. Colt Scott getting shuffled a bit, but he'll slot back into 6th place. Ryder is still kind of close to Martin right now, that being Manuel Martin, not Junior Martin. Nathan Buchanan currently has the fastest lap, as Onjak, I think, might have the fastest car on the racetrack right now, as he's quickly getting up into 2nd place, trying to get around Ryder, and he's up to 2nd. Might be chasing down the leader here. He got such a great restart. Let me tell you. It just suddenly jumped up into 3rd place, now up to 2nd. Gotta chase down the leader, who is Manuel Martin. So far has led all the laps here today, as Townsend now moving up into 3rd place. Looks like they got some fast cars. Colt Scott into the top 5 for race gaze. Carl Reynolds right behind trying to get into the top 5. Kyra Sustry as well making some moves. Anthony McClure, who started 20th, also making moves as well, quickly making his way through the field. He's up into the top 10. Shout out Taryn Zips and Ryan Scarrett right behind. They're currently running just outside the top 10, 14th and 15th respectively, as Hector Garcia gets turned around. And he's going to spin into the inside wall. Any yellow flags coming out? Oh, Jesus Christ, almost caused another accident. And yeah, the yellow flag is out. Quickly, for the 2nd time today, Hector Garcia goes for a spin. And we'll see what happened here to the poor 29 here. Garcia on the inside here. I think Milans is going to bump into Aaron Pulaski, kind of turn him around, and that's what turns Garcia around. I think I remember an incident just like this enormous last year, or maybe a couple years ago, where it caused a huge wreck on the backstretch, but poor Hector Garcia gets the worst of it, makes slight contact with the inside wall, and obviously also has some side damage, so his crew is going to need to go to work here on pit road soon. And quickly, a 2nd caution. Man, Stravostova almost came this close to being turned into the outside wall there. That was really close. Too close for comfort, some might say. But anyways, that's our 2nd caution flag of the day, and it quickly comes out here on lap number 15. Getting ready for the 2nd restart of the race. So far, this race has all been Manuel Martin's. He has led them all so far, as we're almost 20 laps in, but we've also had 2 quick yellows for a couple spins as well, but hopefully we'll get some green flag racing in as the pace car is about to pull in. Kazuko retired for a mechanical issue, and that's why she's out of the race now, if you saw. But anyways, Manuel Martin ready to get the green flag once again. And we're back underway here at Richmond. Top 2, get a great restart. Onjak definitely got a better restart than Ryder right behind him. And now, sliding up his Martin a bit, but gets a good run off of turn 2, not turn 4. Turn 2, so that's not going to allow Onjak to have a chance at the lead. And the yellow flag's quickly back out again. Okay. Jeffrey Boyd in trouble. So is Brody Williamson, who just got the waiver on, and Hector Garcia. So this was more of a multi-car accident than the last 2. So bad luck for Garcia and Williamson. Garcia's second accident, Williamson just got waved around. So I don't know what happened there, but let's see what happened. Robert Phantom kind of turns Jeffrey Boyd around here on the back stretch as he spins him around. Townsend, who just pitted, doing some great wreck avoidance. Not so great wreck avoidance as Garcia and Boyd, Brody Williamson, who big contact for both of them. So very unfortunate for all 3 of these drivers, especially Garcia and Williamson. Now got big damage, and it's probably won't affect Jeffrey Boyd's performance. But anyways, a quick third caution coming out immediately after the green flag wave. Not sure what's going on here, but looks like Onjak somehow grabbed the lead and leading everybody onto pit road. I'm not sure how that happened, but it was under yellow, and he just pulled right in front of Manuel Martin, so I'm not sure how the officials are going to do with that. But now everybody is heading to pit road here, as Onjak will pull into his pit stall. Oh, looks like there's some contact. Looks like Kyra Sistra is staying out, however. Looks like he's the only car to stay out. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Some other drivers are staying out, but I believe they pitted last time, so some interesting strategies going on there, as Onjak is going to win the race off of pit road, followed by Jackson Ryder. Martin falling back a ton. Oh my goodness, he had a terrible stop and then a terrible exit out of his pit stall. He falls back to 5th. Reynolds moves up a position. So does Taryn Zips. Good pit stop there for Taryn. Getting ready to go back green, and as you see, we have a different leader here. Kyra Sistra decided to stay out under caution, along with Sally Patrick and Carson Townsend. They pitted the last time under yellow, so now they'll be the new leaders on slightly older tires compared to those who pitted. As you see, Manuel Martin dropped down the order. He had a terrible pit stop. Well, not as much as I thought he did, but anyways, pace car onto pit road. New leader out front, Kyler Sistra on some older tires. We'll see how he can handle. Green flag is about to wave again, and we're back racing under green. Top 3 kind of get a good jump on Onjak as he slides up the racetrack. Seems like that car is very loose right now, as here comes Tagola trying to pick up a position. Over Jackson Ryder, or at least trying to. That is for 5th place right now, as Townsend battling for 2nd over Sally Patrick, who has some slight damage there, but doesn't seem to be affecting her at all whatsoever. Speaking of damage, all 3 cars involved in that incident have retired from the race, so now there's only 37 cars left. Scarrett had his own little pit road mishap, and that's why he's damaged and really, really slow. He might be parked. That might be it for him. As Sistra continues to lead, Townsend trying to chase him down. Haven't had a pass on track yet, as Ryder falls back some more. Here comes Anthony McClure, now battling with his teammate, that being Tagola, trying to get up into 5th place. Oh man. Sistra's just pulling away here. Onjak still chilling in 4th place. Manuel Martin falling back somewhat more as he falls to 7th. Jenny Overman into the top 10. She's currently running, or just barely outside the top 10, but this is the best performance they've had so far this year, I would say. Haven't really been that, not great. They haven't been really great. Them and Angel Gutierrez, who have both taken the opportunity to drive the 93. But the 93 is obviously not as good as the 00, and I'm not sure where Riley Pearson is. But usually she runs pretty well, while the 93 kind of runs at the back of the field mostly. But trying to get into the top 10, almost getting passed by McDowell there, as Bart Seiler is going to move Martin up the racetrack. That's going to allow Overman to enter the top 10, I believe, for the first time in their career. Now trying to get around Seiler as well, who is also having a pretty solid run for his standards. As McCoy is trying to go for 4th place. Had some room on the bottom, but couldn't make it. Couldn't get it even close. So let's try still leading. Telling you that 49 is slower than usual. It's about, like, 10 miles an hour slower, I think. Not sure if I should park him or not, but we'll see. McClure battling with Onjek. He's going to win that battle, and up to 4th place he goes. Ryda also moving up into 6th. That goal of dropping back, but now she's battling for 9th place. Overman continuing to make her way through the field. So is Core Sport as well. Here comes Mark McDowell, teammates with Seiler. And Manuel Martin's really falling back through the field. His car looked really good in the clean air, and now it's kind of struggling with the dirty air all around him. So it looks like Allen Park, Madison Lockport, Purav Srivastava, who started last, is slowly making his way through the field. So yeah, I gotta watch out for Srivastava, that's for sure. Just in case he tries to make his way to the front. He's already won this year in ADS, as Onjak trying to get his 4th place back. Gonna win that battle. Tago is still battling with Ryda. And gonna get 6th place out of that. But Townsend, you know, every single lap it seems like he closes in a bit, then loses a ton of time. So I'm not sure if he's really chasing down Kyler Sustry right now. We'll see this time. No, not really. That was a worse lap for him, I guess. Yeah, that was a worse lap for him, and I can't read. So, fun fact. Sustry is chasing down the slower car of Ryan Scarrett, who is definitely not going to get the point split out of this race. He had a chance. He was definitely making his way through the field, but well, one mistake can cost you everything pretty much, as he closes in. I think he's like 20 miles off the pace. I think that's... Usually try not to DQ drivers on short tracks, as Sustry is going to get around him, and that's pretty much going to be the end of the day with Scarrett. It's going to slow down Sustry a bit, but the yellow flag's out. Yellow flag is out for Grace Sachs as we reach halfway in the race. Looks like it's Grace Sachs and Samuel Levester. This is our 4th caution of the day. Sounds like someone spun. Not sure what happened, but let's see. So it's 3 wide here with a couple Race Gaze teammates. Colt Scott, I forgot about him. It looked like he didn't have the best pit stop at all. But anyways, Lucen Reyes stuck in the middle, 3 wide, makes contact with Sachs and Scott. They both collide into the outside wall. Scott's trying to come down, comes into Aaron Pulaski, kind of turns him around a bit. But I think he hangs onto it as everybody heads into the dirt trying to avoid the spun around 3 car. And I think that's about it, yeah, in terms of cars involved. But Grace Sachs kind of got the worst of it as he has damage. And that's the reason for our 4th caution of the day. Not sure why. Getting ready for the fourth restart of the day. Halfway through this race, Onjak now the leader, as some of the top three, of course, on an alternate strategy, they decided to pit, along with some other drivers as well, and that's shuffled up the field a bit. As now Onjak's new leader with Tagola in second, Jackson Ryder in third, then it's Bart Seiler and Mark McDowell. That rounds out your top five, as Onjak getting ready to take the green flag here. It'll be 35 laps to go, and we're back underway once again. Onjak pulling away somewhat from Tagola as she slides up a bit, opens the door for Jackson Ryder. Here he comes, trying to get something going, but looks like Tagola will be able to hang on. Oh, she overdrove the corner a bit, gonna allow Jackson Ryder again to try to get around her, and looks like she'll have the advantage here, and he'll win that battle. Now gonna try to chase down Onjak here possibly, but Seiler might have other ideas. He moves down to the inside, pulls a crossover, almost hits him. I think he touched him a bit, but now into second goes Bart Seiler, the Swedish driver. He now pulls up into second place. And now it looks like he's chasing down Peter Onjak here, possibly for the lead. He got a great restart. Fastest lap belongs to Anthony McClure, by the way, as McDowell now moves up into third place. Ryder kind of falling back somewhat, as Peter Onjak continues to lead. Kind of looks like that run has stagnated for Seiler so far after the restart. Nathan Buchanan looked like he got a great restart. He moved up a couple positions, but now it looks like he's falling back. As Purev Shrivastava now making his way through the field, might have a battle for the leader soon. Seiler all over the back bumper of the 78 as he slides up a bit. Not going to help him at all, trying to grab the lead. He's going to fall back a bit. Going to allow Mark McDowell and his teammate to pull in. It's a Core Sport 2-3 right now. This is about the best run that team has had in forever, it seems like. So they're looking for a possibly good run. 30 laps to go for Onjak. I think everybody mostly has got to pit for another time here, but we'll see when that happens as Seiler falls back a bit, but Onjak slides up. Maybe going to allow Seiler to close in. No, he pulls away. He got a good exit out of turn 4. Same move we saw, I believe, Manuel Moulton make as Seiler moves, slides up again, allows the door to open for Mark McDowell to get up into second place, battling teammates. And it looks like McDowell is going to win that battle, but now Onjak is going to pull away some more as these two continue to battle. Seiler had a chance at the lead, and it's now evaporating, and it looks like he might be able to hang on to his second place. Some great driving there by the Swede? Yeah, that's Swede. I got it. Shrivastava making his way through the field again. He is up into 5th place. Looking for win number 2 of the ADS season for him, even though he's a bushwhacker and he doesn't count for points. Still want to get wins when you can. And Onjak is just cruising right now. Might become a 4-man battle for the lead. 4-car battle for the lead. As McDowell's trying again, he has room on the inside of his teammate. Helped by Maria Tagola somewhat. And it looks like he might win that battle this time. As, Buchanan has an issue. 59 just moved down to the inside of the racetrack. And it looks like he'll be heading to pit road. Very unfortunate luck for Nathan Buchanan. Brakes failed on that. On the 59. Messed up the numbers, but yeah, very unfortunate for Nathan Buchanan, who was running in the top 10, now out of the race. Ricky Perkins somehow in the top 10. At least that's what the scoreboard is telling me. Wow, how is he running so well? Usually in backmarker equipment, but now he's running in the top 10 here at Richmond. Just moved up into 9th place. That's a great run for the Aussie, who's usually in backmarker equipment. This is a very impressive run for him right now. Might be able to get up into 8th place if we can get around Manuel Martin. All-time stunner there. As Tagola and Purev Shrivastava, they're fighting amongst themselves. Onjack is just gone at this point as Mark McDowell now holds down second place. Now it looks like Burkett will not be able to win that battle against the 92, despite his best efforts. Overman back into the top 10 she goes. Larry Eagleton has made his way through the field. Was kind of involved in that incident. Well, not really, but was kind of a part of that incident. Shout out to Burt Brayton as well. Some underdogs here running pretty well, as Brayton, I believe, will get into the top 15. So good runs for those drivers, shockingly. Coming up on 20 laps to go. McClure still the fastest driver, at least in terms of lap times. That was a 59 pitty. So now he is 2 laps down, hoping for back-to-back cautions maybe to get him back on the lead lap. Be some lap traffic in the future for the 78. The slow car of Colt Scott and Grace Sachs might be a problem. And McDowell will try to take advantage of that if he can. 20 laps to go. Still not sure when most of these drivers will be able to pit again. As Percat still trying to battle with Manuel Morton here. He's got room on the inside. He might be able to get up into 8th place. If he can. Side by side. It's a short track. It doesn't matter about the power or the aerodynamics. Well, it's not about aerodynamics, I should have said. But, yeah, look at Ricky Percat go up into 8th place. As it looks like McDowell is closing in on the lead somewhat. Got it down to under a second, so he's chasing him down. Now with no trouble of battling with anybody right now. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious he's closing in. And, oh man, he cut the gap down big time there. McDowell could possibly be battling for the lead here soon as he chases down the 78. Srivastava not too far behind, also looking to chase down the 78. And yeah, he's in camera frame. He's in frame now. You can see him. Not a very good exit out of turn 4, but still closing the gap. As we're coming up on 15 laps to go. Could that possibly be a sign of pit stops in the near future? Possibly. I'm not sure. Worn out tires, maybe running out of fuel. I'm not sure if any of these guys can make it to the end as, well, I don't think McDowell had the best lap there. No, he lost time. And Srivastava is going to try to take advantage of that. Had some room on the inside, but couldn't get there. Dick Patrick up into the top 5. Look at him go. He's having a good run as there goes Srivastava going for second. And he'll easily win that battle. Now he's trying to chase down Onjack with less than 15 to go. Might get back into victory lane once again, if possible. Onjack's gonna have to try to hang on here and see if he can make it to the end. I'm not sure. Again, I would like to repeat, I'm not sure what the current pit situation is. Man, Srivastava looks really fast. Cut the gap by more than a half, I would say, I think. So yeah, Bharat Srivastava, once he gets the lead, he's probably pulling away. No doubt about it. That is, if he can get the lead. It's one thing to catch a driver, it's another thing to pass, and most of these drivers have not been able to pass the leader all day on track as he gains a bit some more. Only just a tiny bit, however. But, oh man, he gained a lot in turns 1 and 2. Now, almost on the back bumper of the 78. Good entry into 3 and 4. He might have a chance here going down the front stretch. Looks to the outside. I'm not sure why he's trying to go on the outside. Trying to pull a crossover. Don't think that move's going to work. That's going to allow Onjack to pull away somewhat. Not a smart move there at all by Srivastava. So continue to close in on some lap cars. Grace Sachs and Colt Scott as well. Slower lap traffic. 10 laps to go. Still no signs of pit stops yet. As, Srivastava had a really good 1 and 2 here as they're slowly approaching lap traffic, trying to take the higher side entry into turn 3, not going to work. It's going to reel Evans, no, not Evans, McDowell in, not, going to reel in McDowell in somewhat. As now Onjek has got to deal with the lap car Gray Sachs. That's teammates with Prurab Srivastava. This might be trouble. Perfect move by Srivastava. Here he comes for the lead. He timed it perfectly. And he's going to take the lead away. With less than 10 laps to go. Got to quickly get around his teammate. But right behind him is Peter Onjek. As he slides up a bit. Now looking for a way to get around Srivastava. No, he will not. He's keeping it close, though, however. Srivastava is not quite pulling away. If he can time this perfectly, he can get his lead back. There's still lap traffic up ahead. Colt Scott, the slow car, might become an issue for Srivastava, but he looks really fast right now. Great exit out of turn 2. And he's pulling away a bit from Onjek. That's for sure, but he kind of had a bad 3 and 4. That's going to reel Onjek back in once again. Coming up on 5 to go. Nobody has pitted yet. Maybe everybody can make it to the end. I'm not sure. Onjek looks like he had a really great lap. Srivastava trying to make the move on Colt Scott. He cannot. Cannot there. But Onjek isn't anywhere near Srivastava to make a move. But he'll follow him. And he'll get around. Oh, Scott's fighting back somewhat. 5 laps to go. Still close to Srivastava. Onjek waiting. But I think he might run out of time. Some lap traffic up ahead. Still not sure if these guys need to pit again. But we'll see. As, Onjek slides up a bit. Gonna be a bit of trouble. McDowell is now all over his back bumper now. So that could become a problem. As Srivastava pulls away some more. 3 laps to go. Looking for a second win in the ADS season. As Onjek, good entry into 1 and 2 again. Good 1 and 2 again there. And closing in again on Srivastava. But he had a better entry into 3 there. Pulls away somewhat. And I think that's what's really hurting Peter Onjek there. He's having a terrible 3 and 4. And that's slowing him down. It really slowed him down. He lost a lot of time. And now he's in threat of losing his second place to Mark McDowell. As they head down the backstretch, Prurab Srivastava into 3 and 4. Onjek still in second. White flag in the air last lap here at Richmond. Nobody has pitted yet. I think everybody can make it to the end at least. Maybe. So I guess everybody can make it to the end. We'll see here. Srivastava not pitting. Onjek isn't pitting either as McDowell moves up high. Meanwhile, out front, Prurab Srivastava is going to win his second race in the ADS season. Ricky Percan makes it up to 4th place somehow. Oh my goodness, what a run for him. Well, there goes Prurab Srivastava celebrating his win here at Richmond, taking the lead late and ending up victorious here at this short track. I thank you all for watching this race replay of ADS. We will head to Nashville for another short track race. Some more short track action, if you will. If you haven't had enough of it, you're gonna get more. And I'll see you then for that. Goodbye! Top 20 points should be coming up right after this.